Good evening, parents, and welcome to James Cardinal McGuigan Catholic Secondary School. My name's Tony Bisceglia, and I'm the principal here at James Cardinal McGuigan. Thank you for joining us this evening. I want to give you a little bit of information in terms of our school community and the exciting things that you can expect from James Cardinal McGuigan. James Cardinal McGuigan is a community like no other. You'll find out tonight what separates us from the pack. And this is truly a special Christian community. So I want to welcome you again, and tonight you will have the opportunity to meet some of our staff and teachers and ask questions. So I appreciate you taking the time to be here. By the end of this evening, you will discover that this is a very dynamic, academic, social, spiritual, and athletic community, one like no other. And I'm sure and I am confident that at the end of this evening, the choice will be clear for you that James Cardinal McGuigan is the school for your child. Founded in 1982 by the Franciscan Order to accommodate the growing number of Catholic students in the Northwest District of Toronto, James Cardinal McGuigan broke ground in '82 here at Finch and Keele. From our humble beginnings with a cohort of approximately 100 students to our bustling community of over 950 students this year, we certainly have come a long way. Today, we are a true 21st century school. 4 years ago, we initiated the Toronto Catholic District School Board's first STEAM program, which basically is a science, technology, engineering, art, and math specialty program. We've partnered with York University, Seneca College, and industry. We're now nurturing relationships with companies like Google and many other tech firms to be a true 21st century school. Additionally, we have top flight athletic programs. We were basketball champions for the last couple of years. Our music program is recognized all over the city, and specialty programs like our hospitality, arts and culture, and information technology programs continue to grow and develop. Over the past 5 years, our EQAO math scores have been some of the best in the city. Every year, universities and colleges all over Ontario award hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to our students. At the core of all the success is our unwavering faith in Jesus Christ, our Savior, and in the words of our patron saint, St. Francis, we place our hope and future in the hands of the Almighty, and in the words of St. Francis, my God, my all, we shall prevail. Welcome to James Cardinal McGuigan. This is by far the best choice for high school for your child. Thank you. And now I'll introduce you to Ms. Medeiros, our vice principal.
We're just going to say a prayer in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, may your goodness and love be present among us today. Come bless our gathering with unity, hope, and vision. Lord, we pray for unity. Build in all of us deeper respect for one another so that the church may be one. Lord, we pray for hope. Come stir your hope within our hearts and renew our faith. Lord, we pray for vision. May your vision fill our lives as we seek to reveal your love. We ask this in the glorious name of Jesus. All saints, pray for us. In the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm going to ask Mr. Fidele, the other vice principal, to do the land acknowledgement.
Good evening, everyone. We acknowledge the land that we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people.
I can just like use my
First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, which is the Mississaugas of the Credit. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Medeiros. Mr. Fidele. So now I want to introduce you to the head of our science and technology program, Mr. Aquino Ladari. This year is obviously a technology themed year. As you can see, we're having a virtual open house, and we are very technology inclined. Our staff is well versed in technology, highly qualified, some of the best tech teachers in the board and in the city actually. So I will pass it over to Mr. Aquino Ladari, who can speak to you about the science and STEAM program. Mr. Ladari, take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bishalia. You can all hear me? I welcome everybody this evening to our open house. I will tell you that JCM is by far the best choice for your son or your daughter. I've been working in this community for almost 30 years. It's an amazing community. We have at JCM a very dynamic science department, a lot of resources. I'm going to share my screen really quickly with you. I just want to pan through some of our resources in our rooms that your son or daughter will be privileged to take science in. If I could just share my screen, you guys can see what I'm doing very quickly. Okay, so the first thing that I do want to show you is our science labs. Very quickly, if you can see this, this is our chemistry room. It's designed with sinks, gas valves, faucets, electrical system that's been updated in 2010, state of the art. This is the way a lab should look. We're very hands-on here at JCM. That's the chemistry room. And what you're going to see right now is the physics room. Each one of these rooms is fully equipped. Every one of those cabinets are full or is full of equipment for your son or daughter to use to experience science the way it should be experienced. That was the physics room. And very quickly, we'll just pan through our biology lab. As you can see, all the safety precautions are there for the lab. There's an eye wash station. We have many incubators, centrifuges, state-of-the-art stuff. There's the lab stations for your child. Okay, again, going through every cabinet is full of equipment, hands-on. Okay, that's what we do here at JCM, and this is our fourth lab. We have 4 fully functional labs at JCM that are being used constantly. The teachers at JCM are very hands-on. We believe in doing science, not teaching science, and this is what your child will experience. Very quickly, I will show you, and I will put a link to this PowerPoint presentation as well. So you can view this as well. And if you have any questions, you can email me. I'll put that on the chat as well. And this is our science department. We have a new addition, Miss Melouf. She's not on the screen right now, but that's our amazing science department. And as you can see, there's a lot of hands-on. Just going to go really quickly through this. A lot of activity, a lot of action, a lot going on at JCM, chemistry, bio, and physics. We have a science club. We started in 2010. It's growing every year. We have over 100 students from grades 9 to 12 join science club and give back to the community. This is our open house from previous years where you were able to come in and see what goes on at JCM. And these are the grade 6s and 7s of our school community that come in and do science, and they're taught these labs by our science club students. So that's how they give back to the community. So you can see there's a lot of activity. So I'll escape from that. You can view this PowerPoint yourself as well. And we also have a STEAM program here at JCM. Mr. Sumaria will be talking a little bit more in detail about that as well. But again, all the information is on there. And finally, at the end of the presentation is information about our health and wellness specialist high skills major program here at JCM. Awesome. So if your child is really focused and your child is really your child wants to do science, wants to experience science, then they have to come to JCM because we are fully equipped, very resourceful, and very, very dynamic, very hands-on. As you can see, I'm in the chemistry room right now speaking to you. I would really love your son or daughter to come to JCM. They will not regret it, and they will honestly take science the way they should take it so they have an informed decision of whether or not they like it and they want to continue it by taking it properly. So thank you again for joining us, and I truly look forward to seeing your son or daughter here in September in person, okay? I'm going to introduce to you now Mr. Sumaria, who will be speaking to you about the STEAM program. Mr. Sumaria?
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Sumaria. I'm in charge of technology here at JCM. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the STEAM program. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see it. We'll talk to you about some of the cool things we've been doing here at the school. So it was about 2017 when the staff came together under the guidance of the administration to introduce a completely new program. While the other schools were focusing on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, we wanted to incorporate something new. And that would be the STEAM program. That includes the arts. And the reasoning for that is because in society, we're kind of at this intersection of technology and art. That's the way our society is going. That's where all the jobs are in the market. And technology alone is simply not enough. So by combining this with an art, we can cover a whole variety of things. And so what that looks like in the real world, well, we see these things all the time. We use our phones, and it's a powerful piece of technology, but it's also beautifully designed. And so you can see how we interact with the interfaces. That's happening in conjunction with technology and art. And it's happening in our cars too, the user interfaces in our cars. We're programming these cars to actually drive for us. And so it's wonderfully designed, and we're seeing this in engineering as well. Our spaceships are more aerodynamic, and we're programming them to come back to us. We're not just wasting them and sending them nowhere. And in our art, in Disney here, combining art and technology to create these beautifully digital movies using computers to manipulate their 3D characters. And we have motion capture suits that record the performances of people and transfer them into digital artwork. And so again, that you can see how technology is being combined with art. And in virtual reality, we can manipulate technology in 3D. And so how we're applying that here at JCM, um, when the pandemic hit us in March, I brought this idea to Mr. Ladari and Mr. Bishelia to do something for the community and give back. And so the idea was to print these 3D these face shields. So we'll take a look at this quick little video of our principal talking about how we made face shields and donated them to a local hospital.
Toronto. I want to tell you about some of the amazing work our teachers are doing. Our tech science teachers are building face guards and shields for the medical industry, for medical practitioners here in our science and tech lab, our STEAM room dedicated to science and technology. These are our school's 3D printers, and since the schools are closed, we are building these face shields to donate to the hospitals for frontline workers like nurses and doctors because they need them and there is a shortage. And we're putting our 3D printers to good work. So this is where your education tax dollars are going. Creative thinking in these times, online learning. Our students are going to be designing these from home. Our entrepreneurship, tech, and science students. Keep up the great work, teachers. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all the JCM teachers.
So that was an example of some work that we did back in March to help the local hospitals. So students designed the 3D face shields, and then we 3D printed them, and we delivered hundreds to our local hospitals. So what we really want to teach our students, and the way we phrase this to them in the STEAM program, is we want to teach them what we call the Tony Stark skill set, okay, or the Iron Man skill set, because he's an inventor who's great at math, physics, chemistry, and computer science, but he's also a well-respected businessman, and that gives back to society. And most importantly, is hands-on, build and fix practically anything, and knows how to use tools. And really, that's the skill set we're trying to teach the students STEAM program. So the last thing we did, and we did this just recently this year, we created a touchless sanitizer system. And I'll show you a quick little video of what that looks like. So the students programmed, coded how to trigger the ultrasonic sensor, which triggers the servo motor and then releases the sanitizer liquid. So that's all done with our STEAM program. So we're really trying to give them practical, hands-on experience in all these areas, and stuff that's going to give back to the community. Okay, and then the last thing is we here at JCM are the provincial gold medalists. Okay, so no school in the province is better than JCM in terms of technology. We are the provincial gold medalists. And at the national level, we are the silver gold medalists. That means second place in all of Canada. Okay, what other school can boast that? This is a nationally recognized technological skills competition. And we are the best in the province and the second best in all of Canada. So the students here in the STEAM program and the tech classes are learning the best of the best. And if you have any questions related to STEAM, we'll be happy to help answer those questions later on. And we'll hear from our English department head, Mrs. Reyes. So give me 1 second.
Good evening, parents. My name is Mrs. Reyes, and I am the English department head, and I am honored today to talk to you about the vibrant and dynamic English department that is made up of an amazing set of teachers who specialize in their respective areas and that offer your child a dedicated, engaging, and strong program. In the grade 9 level, we are here to focus on helping your child transition into high school. We focus on essential skills that are needed for your child to be successful. Being positive and having a positive mindset, time management, oral communication skills, and self-regulation. All of these skills needed not just for high school, but for a life of success. We also try our best to build creative and critical thinkers, students who have strong oral communication skills and who are not afraid to show their wide variety of skill set with building websites, with building comic strips, and bringing language to life. We have our language development programs where Ms. Del Mastro, our ESL teacher, welcomes all students from all over the world into a safe place that is built on in a community. And our French program that is not afraid to help students explore new languages with confidence and ease. Our grade 10 program is built to prepare your child for the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. And here we focus on specializing or helping your child specialize in the skills that are scored on the EQAO test and skills that are deemed necessary for graduation. We do this with keeping culturally relevant and responsive, where your child can feel themselves in the literature that they read and see the connection between what they read and what's happening in the real world. In grade 11, we focus on helping to build the skills to become stronger. And we do this through understanding that there are different voices around the world that need to be heard, and not just need to be heard, but need to be seen and need to be felt. We do this with guest speakers coming in and showing your kids a variety of different activities and allowing your child to voice themselves through other things than just the word. In grade 12, we are dedicating to help your child for post-secondary, whether that's through refining their skills through literary movements, through Shakespearean workshops, through venturing off to Stratford. Wherever your child is destined for post-secondary, we are here to help. Whichever pathway your child chooses, we are going to guide them and prepare them for a future filled with success. On behalf of the English department, we thank you for being here tonight, and we look forward to seeing all of you in September. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to the JCM Gymnasium. We want to take a moment to showcase our newly renovated space and tell you about some of the amazing programs we offer at JCM. As you can see, this beautiful gym is host to many of our school sports. We have our basketball games, volleyball games here, and when we pack this gym with our students, the student spectators, the gym truly comes alive and is a great experience for our students to be a part of. Next, we want to take you up to our fitness room and show you our state-of-the-art fitness room. We have every piece of equipment that somebody needs to live a healthy lifestyle. We use this space for our classes, but the best part of it is we run an after-school fitness program. In the past 2 years, we've actually had about 100 students join our after-school fitness club. So this place gets very, very, very busy after school. Finally, I want to talk to you about some of our free programs that we offer at JCM. We have a skating club that goes to Grand Ravine Arena once a week, where we provide skates, helmets, and skating lessons for any students that need. We have a drop-in volleyball club where students play after school just for fun. We have intramural sports such as basketball, soccer, football, handball that we offer at lunchtime. And we have a Muay Thai kickboxing club, which we have a partnership with a local gym that we started about 2 years ago, and that runs a couple of days after school as well. So if your son or daughter has any interest in healthy living and sport, this is the place to be. Please tell them to come by and drop by and say hi to us. We can't wait to meet you in September. Thanks, guys.
Back to Ms. Ladari.
Back to Ms. Ladari, thank you.
Okay, at this point, I would like to introduce to you the department head of art, or sorry, not the department head of art, but a teacher at art, Ms. Diorio and Ms. Haddad. And they will be talking to you about our amazing art program here at JCM.
Hi, welcome to JCM Arts. I'm Ms. Diorio. Whatever your skill level or interest, we have an arts course for you. We have fundamental courses in drama, music, and visual arts, as well as a wide variety of hands-on focus courses like guitar, illustration, ceramics, mosaics, and photography. The arts are an integral part of the STEAM focus here at JCM, and we also have a specialist high skills major focused on arts and culture. In visual arts, we are blessed with large and bright studios where our students explore Indigenous traditions, popular culture, sculpture, and ceramics to help develop techniques in self-expression. In photography, we have a class set of DSLR cameras and work with digital imaging in state-of-the-art computer labs and photography studios. We teach how to properly operate cameras, compose visually appearing photographs, and use industry standard software such as Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ms. Haddad, and I'm the dramatic arts teacher at JCM. JCM has a well-developed drama program that usually culminates with a high-level production in the spring. This year, the course is focusing on preparing students interested in the production of theater and implementing actively engaging activities to promote personal growth. Students will explore skills and concepts for theater production and how to develop and build practical approaches to acting that are related to their personal skills, social awareness, and goals beyond the means of school.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ms. Haddad. And at this point, I would like to introduce the Department Head of Special Education, Mr. Douglas, and Spec Ed teacher, Ms. Missio, who will talk to you about our amazing and very special education department at JCM.
The process starts before they enter the door, either through exchange of information meetings where we work on the proper placement, we look at what your needs are, including what the family needs are. So, and that's an important piece for us in our special education department and in our school. We look to the parents as partners in their son and daughter's success. And the great thing I can say about James Cardinal McGuigan is over time, we really get a sense of who you are, your family, and believe it or not, in terms of academic success and building capacity in students, you play a pivotal role in that. And how we go about doing business like that is really treating your sons and daughters with absolute respect and treating you with absolute respect as well. Part of what we do is we maintain a lot of communication with you, whether it's through your the classroom teachers in special education, or you get a call from me and we sit down and we plan what are the next steps depending on what we're discussing at the time. Once your students are here, the real key for us is success. And with success, well, students have to be placed appropriately. So we have students placed in all levels of the curriculum, but we don't want students coming to McGuigan where they're gonna sit in the classroom and they're gonna be really, really frustrated. This afternoon, we talked a lot about technology. Our program has grown a great deal in that we find many, many ways to offer your son and daughters ways of accessing the curriculum. And certainly with technology, we found a lot of success with students, and it just gives them another opportunity to tell us what they know. And at the end of the day, they have to tell us what they know based on what we've taught. In the ISP program, we talk, and with kids in the mainstream program, the pathway planning is so critical for us. And it's not something that we jump right into, but it evolves as when we work with your son and daughter. And sometimes the pathway might be university, the pathway might be college, it might be work, but what we try to do is equip your son and daughter with what they need so they can be competitive, so they can have authority over their own learning and get ready for the next steps once they leave McGuigan. For our kids in the ISP program, I'll have Ms. Misios talk specifically about the ISP program, but two big areas that we work on is, hey, we live in a community and we want our kids to be exposed to the community, and certainly we want our kids to be integrated with their peers outside of a special education classroom and program. Right now, I'll just turn it over to Ms. Misios.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sandra Missio. I'm one of the DDME teachers here at McGuigan. So the aim of the JCM Special Education ISP program and all educational staff is to strive to educate and assist your sons and daughters to reach their fullest potential, no matter what that looks like. Our DDME students are fully integrated in the life of their school community with all the hopes and intentions that will be fully integrated into their community so that they can succeed in whatever they choose to do upon graduation.
In closing, I just want to say that once your son and daughter is here, they're going to be so proud to be a McGuigan graduate. And I just want to welcome you tonight and enjoy the rest of the virtual tours. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Douglas, Ms. Missio. At this point, I'd like to introduce you to our very talented music teacher, Mr. Bernardo.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Bernardo, and right now I am sharing my screen, and it shows you what our music room looks like. It is a pleasure to meet you all. Being someone who grew up in this community, I want to say what an honor it is to teach at JCM. As you can see, I like to communicate with students and parents via the music website. You'll see that our students' music literacy is directly linked to our ministry's curriculum. We focus on the three strands, which is creating and performing, reflecting, responding, and analyzing, and foundations. I place a major emphasis on music education based on the 4 learning categories and the 6 learning skills that are found on your child's Ontario report card. In music class, students develop a wide range of music skills, such as composing and arranging, artist research, music theory, and performing. Here on the screen, you can see some student exemplars that I like to share with their peers and also with the parents. Of course, I ask the students' permission before doing something like that. I must say that the music department has been thriving under distance learning. Some might wonder how students are able to explore their music talents through minimal in-class and distance learning. However, students at JCM have been able to learn about music production through the Band Lab for Education website, where they are able to arrange and their own compositions. Secondly, we also have been implementing the Tone Savvy website to practice foundations such as music concepts and theory. When I'm able to monitor their learning there. And I also like to use the Google Classroom to communicate with students and parents as well, as they learn how to create their own websites and learn how to do their own slide presentations. And finally, the playing of string instruments such as the guitars as shown in the music classroom photo that you're seeing right there. All these guitars are fully sanitized. Each student is assigned their own guitar and they are not shared with anybody. I think at the end of the day, what's important for me is that students develop an appreciation for music. 1% of the world's population become musicians. I would say another 1% don't listen to music, and the other 98% of us are, fond of music. And so that is my goal, is that students walk away with a deep appreciation for music, and that thirst to just kind of have a connection, whether as a listener or a player, that they can live with for the rest of their lives. If you'd like to know more, you can feel free to contact me directly through the website, as all my information is listed below. And I'll share this link in the Zoom chat for that information if you'd like to take a look. It's a pleasure meeting everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Bernardo. And now I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Cole, our transportation teacher. Mr. Cole.
Good evening, JCM. Welcome to my transportation classroom. So, good evening, parents as well. Thank you for joining us. So this is the room where your students, where future students are going to learn things like what to do if they get into a car accident, how to buy a vehicle, how brakes work, and stuff like that. They're going to learn the theory, but I'm going to walk you through to where everything does happen. All right, everything happens in the lab. Okay, so here we go. So I got some students here working late into the night. All right, because they volunteered. Alec here is putting back together an engine. Okay. Implementing technology into the classroom. We have Jamar over here scanning a vehicle. Say hi, Jamar. Hello. And we have Jesse over here finishing up an oil change on his father's vehicle. All right. These are some of the things that you could bet that if your student comes to JCM, that they're going to learn, as well as general repairs such as brakes, oil changes, exhaust. And I run a paperless program, just like the modern day dealerships. There's no paper that goes around in my classroom. Everything is done online on the computer, and I am accessible as a teacher anytime you want. I run a safe and inclusive program. And I just want to add one more thing before I go. The transportation program at JCM is a SHISM program, Specialist High Skills Major, which means that it prepares you for 3 different pathways. That this is in the senior years in grade 11 and 12, but the key to success is preparation. It's something you should definitely think of when you're enrolling in JCM. Thank you, and I'll send you back to Mr. Lottery.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. We're just going to set up a little presentation right now for the religious studies. And at this point, I'd like to introduce to you the department head of our religious studies program here at JCM, who I've known personally for a very long time. Her name is Miss Miniota. I'm just setting up her mic right now. Are we ready, Miss Miniota?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am ready.
There you go.
Our JCM community strives to aid students in their spiritual journey towards a stronger faith. The religion courses are designed to enrich a student's awareness of self, community, and their role as young Christian adults in a secular world. Religious education courses are mandatory for each grade level, 9 through 12. We have a very strong chaplaincy office and peer helping, where students help with the retreats, with the class liturgies, with the school liturgies, food and clothing drives. So they're very active. Now, through biblical studies, students see God's love revealed to us. The values of Jesus are emphasized at each grade level. Social justice issues and interpersonal relationships are key to discovering an individual's responsibility to themselves and to their brothers and sisters throughout our world. We show the beauty of our Catholic faith and strive to express the joy of living in a loving relationship with God, my God and my all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Miniota. And now for the head of our Canada and the World Studies Department, Mr. Joseph Polcini.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joseph Polcini, and I am the department head of Canadian World Studies. Here at JCM, we offer courses in grade 9 geography at the applied academic level, civics, and history to meet the needs of your children. Our department is a proud participant in the STEAM program, starting in grade 9 with STEAM Geography, which is a specialized geography program with a focus on real-world learning and 21st century competencies. Here you can see some images from some activities that we partake in here at school. World Town Planning Day is an activity whereby only a few high schools, including JCM, are part of. And it's a partnership between the City of Toronto Planning Department and Ryerson University School of Planning. Student planners from the master's program at Ryerson University come to our school with planners and have our students plan ideal communities. Here are the students working with different materials, planning their ideal community, and engaging in the planning process. And it's a part of geography that really brings in real world careers and skills. It connects students to real careers in the future in planning. This is the Holodomor mobile classroom, which we bring in for history class, look at genocide and themes of genocide in the 20th century in our 20th century Canada course. When we look at 1930s, Student Vote Canada is a program that we run with our students every time there's an election. Our students go to vote, just like they would as adults. Great program. Remembrance Day. Here's one of our alumni who's come back. He's in a successful
I think we may have just had a freeze on the video and audio. We'll come back to that. Can you see? Okay, Mr. Polcini, you can continue. Sorry.
We have a lot of wonderful programs going on here at JCM. I'm very proud to be a member of the Canadian World Studies Department. I have a great team behind me as well. I'm also not only a teacher here, but I'm also a former student alongside 2 other teachers here at school. We love JCM. It's our home. It's in our heart. And we'd love to teach your child and have your child join us in September. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mr. Polcini. And now for our head of guidance and co-op, Mr. Scifano.
Good evening.
Mr. Scifano, are you there?
I'm here, I think.
Perfect.
Good, thank you. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. But like Mr. Ladari mentioned, I'm Mr. Scifano, the head of guidance, and I'd like to welcome all the parents and potential JCM students of the future to our virtual open house. This is definitely new and different for everybody. So hopefully you're very patient with us since this is our first time ever doing anything like this, including myself. So just to start, as the role the role of any guidance department is to support our students, whether they be academic, social, or emotional needs and concerns. And we believe in that very strongly here at McGuigan. We don't just deal with academics here, we deal with every issue a student can possibly have. We have supports built in here at our school that are unique to our school. Many of our programs involve accessing social work, using our CYWs, as well as implementing our student success team. In terms of the grade 9 programming itself, there is pretty much a standard 7-course requirement, which are compulsory courses, and then usually 1 elective. What's very critical to the decision of any incoming student here is the level of study that the student will be taking. Generally speaking, there are 4 levels of study. There's the academic, which focuses on theory and abstract examples and problems. This program transitions to university level courses in grade 11 and 12. Then there is the applied pathway, which focuses on practical applications and concrete examples. This transitions to mostly to college level courses in grade 11 and 12. Then we have our open level courses, which are open to all students. Those usually involve things like phys ed and our music program. Our music program. And then we have our locally developed program, which focuses on life skills. And this level of study usually transitions to the workplace. Now, those are the list of the courses there. So you have your English, which is available at all 3 levels. Then you have your French, which is your French, which is available at the applied or academic level, as well as the geography, which is applied and academic. Physical education is open. Math is available at all 3 levels. Religion is open. And then again, science is available at all 3 levels. Now, what's very critical here to families to understand that you must choose the proper pathway when coming to high school, that the student is placed at the appropriate level. What we don't want to do is set up a student for failure. So what we usually end up doing in consultation with the elementary school teachers and parents, we will be going out. Actually, my grade 9 colleague, my grade 9 guidance colleague, Ms. Chimini, will be going out to visit the elementary schools in the spring, discuss proper pathway for your child.
Musical answer recorded. This is recorded.
Now, in terms of the optional courses, in grade 9, students have the choice of instrumental music, visual arts, or drama. Now I'm going to pass on to Ms. Chimini, the grade 9 counselor.
Welcome parents and guardians to our virtual open house. My name is Mrs. Chimini and I'm the guidance counselor for the grade 9s. Thank you for considering McGuigan as your child's high school and possible second home for the next 4 years. Community, as Mr. Scifano said, is a big part of what we strive for here at JCM. And your involvement here tonight is very much appreciated. My role as the grade 9 counselor is to help with the transition from elementary to high school. These can be very difficult and challenging times for both students and parents. As students adjust to high school life and parents tackle the challenge of raising teenagers in today's multimedia world, our entire school community is available to provide the help and support that you may need. It's my primary goal to meet the needs of all students, whether it concerns their academics, social, personal, or emotional issues. This is accomplished, as Mr. Scifano said, through our exchange of information that we hold every spring, where I meet with the grade 8 teachers as well. We value the parental input of the parents of our students. In terms of academics, it will be my goal to make sure that all grade 9 students become successful learners. We provide supports as necessary with the academic monitoring, requesting progress reports from subject teachers, helping with course selection, and meeting graduation requirements. Again, I want to thank you all very much for being here with us this evening, and I look forward to meeting you and working with you in September. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Scifano, are you still there? Okay, so at this point, I would like to have the department head of math and Mr. Grignoli and Mr. Stephanie, if we can come back on I think we've corrected our technical glitches because we'd like you to hear from the math department at this point.
Mr. Stephanie. And my name is Ms. Trello. We're here representing the mathematics department here at James Cardinal McGuigan, and we'd like to take a moment to speak.
We can increase the volume a little bit. We can't hear what you're saying.
To speak to you about the mathematics program here at James Cardinal McGuigan. Firstly, our students have a long history of exemplary performance on standardized testing. In fact, the last time the grade 9 EQAO assessment was administered, JCM students in both the applied and academic programs outperformed schools in our board and schools throughout the province. We are especially proud of our applied students who scored at nearly double the rate of schools in the province. There are several reasons for the success of our students. One very important support program we've had in place for many years is our math homework club. Our junior students who require extra help are paired up with our senior math students in an after-school peer tutoring program. Our students develop self-advocacy skills, gain confidence, which is critical to becoming a strong problem solver. The relationships they develop contribute to a building and caring community, which we at JCM are very proud of. It also gives our senior students an opportunity to gain community service hours, which is part of their graduation requirements.
JCM is one of a few schools in our board that has a STEAM program. We have been leaders in utilizing a cross-curricular approach. Students engage in hands-on activity where they learn 21st century skills like coding, product design, and 3D printing. Our enrichment math program focuses on fast tracking through the Ontario curriculum with emphasis on financial literacy and applications.
Great job, Sandra. In grade 9, we encourage our students to learn math concepts such as measurement through design and creating models.
We want our students to see that math is all around us.
New this year, we are launching our JCM AP Calculus Prep program. Students interested in writing the AP Calculus exam in their 4th year of high school or are motivated to best prepare for a first-year university calculus course have the option to join our AP Calculus Google Classroom. They will be given access to all the curriculum support, material, and video lessons they would need.
Questions that are not addressed tonight, please feel free to contact us, our department, at robert.scrignoli@tcdsb.org. Thanks for listening and have a good evening.
I am so sorry. I was saying that we appreciate all of you for joining us this evening, and we do understand that you have busy schedules and you may have joined us late. And if you did, not to worry, because this Zoom open house was fully recorded, and we will be providing you with the link to watch or rewatch any of the segments or parts of the Zoom open house that you may have missed. Also, I urge all the teachers and department heads, if you can leave your contact or any link that you may want to leave to anything that you spoke about this evening in the chat. And I'm going to do that right now myself. I will post in the chat for everybody. Let's see here. I'm going to post on the chat. If I can do that, okay, right now, and this will be to everyone. I will just retype in my email. And also the link to the JCM PowerPoint that I was showing very quickly to all of you earlier. I really urge you to see the entire PowerPoint and also to look at any of the links teachers are posting in the chat for a little bit more detail. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us. And now I want to open the session to anyone that has a question for any of the speakers and presenters this evening about anything in particular, anything in detail about a specific department, a course, a program, about the school, about anything that we offer here at JCM that was mentioned. We're going to open the floor right now to questions. If I could ask the staff and the presenters and department heads, if we could make ourselves available in the event that one of the questions is directed to you. So at this point, I will open it for anyone that does have a question. So you can just post it in the chat if you do have a question. Just wait and see if anyone would like to do so. Sorry. Sure. Okay. Anyone have a question?
Mr. Ladar, it looks like somebody asked a question about sports teams. So if
Awesome. Okay, Mr. Teixeira, that's right. Mr. Sarah, Mr. Damazzi, are you available to answer a specific question?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Kingsley. What sports teams exactly are you interested in? We do offer pretty much every sport team. We have soccer, basketball, volleyball. Yeah, we definitely have basketball teams. Our basketball teams are probably the strongest in our school. Out of all the teams we offer, we often go to either the finals, win the championship. So we have a pretty good team here.
Someone also asked a question about volleyball and skating. Sorry, I'll just come in here. Volleyball and skating is offered to all students in grade 9. They're offered throughout the course of your school time here. So from 9 to grade 12, skating and volleyball is offered for all the grades. I think that covers it, Mr. Lodari.
Perfect. It says, from Carmen, where do I get the STEAM program applications? Mr. Fidele or Mr. Bichelia, if you would like to address that.
There was also a question just before that about the STEAM test.
Okay, so maybe, yeah, we can address the test as well as the application for the STEAM program. Thanks everyone for helping me keep track of the questions. Trying to multitask here. So Mr. Bichelia or Mr. Fidele, are you there? Are you available? We could possibly talk about some dates or ways that.
We're gonna send it to Ms. Chimini.
Okay, Ms. Chimini.
Hi. Regarding the STEAM applications, they are available on the SOARS application. So when you apply to your high school, there's a separate application for special programs. So you apply on STEAM, you'll be required to also submit a piece of art, and the date for the test will be sent to you once you've applied to the STEAM program. Okay, and if you don't get into our STEAM program, you're still welcomed, and we hope that you will take our academic program. And please make sure that you apply early, as there is a deadline. After that, there'll be no applications accepted after the 29th.
And I believe that the actual STEAM test will be administered through a Google Forms, and that'll be through a link that we'll be providing with the date of the test as well.
Yes.
There's another question here. Are we even going to have sports next year? Someone's concerned about if we have soccer. Yes, we do have soccer, 100%. We have a varsity girls team and a boys junior and senior team. Mr. Damazzi?
Yeah. In terms of the sports teams that we do offer all the mainstream sports, volleyball, basketball, soccer. We have ultimate frisbee, track and field. What else am I missing? Badminton, tennis. So we do offer all the mainstream sports and some of the non-mainstream. In terms of if they're going to be running next year, we really hope so. It's not the same coming to school without practicing, coaching, and having our sports team. So we really, really hope it's going to happen. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, and there's a question about science. Someone wants to asking if they can apply for science. Is it? I'm not sure. Is this the science club? If it is, there's no application necessary. In grade 9, you can join science club, and you can be in science club every year. In fact, we have students that have joined in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12, and I can tell you that they absolutely love it. They look forward to it because they are giving back and they're teaching grade 6 and 7s from 10 feeder schools in our community. 10 feeder schools. Over 550 grade 6 and 7 students go through our labs every single year and are being taught by our students how to perform chemistry, physics, and biology labs. So it's an amazing experience, and you can accumulate hours towards your community service hours to graduate. So there's no application necessary. AP courses for grade 9, we don't offer any AP courses, but we do offer the STEAM program. If you're a student that likes to be challenged and likes to do a lot of independent learning, then you can absolutely apply to that program. It caters to all the different facets of learning and all the different parts of your brain that you use when you learn science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So you're like a Leonardo da Vinci, a budding da Vinci. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys have a waiting list? Miss Chimini, would you like to answer that question about our waiting list? I could say if you apply to the STEAM program, then you just apply to the STEAM. It's not one specific part of the STEAM program. In grade 9, there are prescribed courses that you're going to take, and then we talk to you in grade 9 about your pathways and your potential pathways. There was also a question about art. Are there any art programs? Ms. DiOrio?
Hi again. Yes, there's a lot of art programs available at the school. That's something we really pride ourselves in. We have programs in focus courses. We have the regular programs in music and visual arts and drama, but we also have focus courses, which are full year credits that you can take things like ceramics, photography, guitar, illustration. So there's all kinds of arts programs. That's something that that we really pride ourselves on here at JCM.
Mr. Ladari, is McCarthy's the place for them to get uniforms?
I think he's frozen.
Is McCarthy our supplier? Yeah. So
There was a question, can everyone hear me? A question way up in the chat regarding the student
Can you address
success
that?
rate after graduation and how York University, how they are connected to maybe our grade 12 students and our graduation. So perhaps Ms. Chimini would like to talk about the ACE program and the $180,000 of scholarships that we are granted from York University, because I don't think that was mentioned in the presentation. So is Ms. Chimini here to speak about that? Or perhaps it could be Ms. Greto or Mr. Girolamo.
So my name is Mr. DiGirolamo. I'm the ACE teacher here at McGuigan. So the ACE program is a partnership with York University where students can earn up to $5,000 towards their their post-secondary tuition at York University. The partnership includes a course paid for by the TCSB, and there's also a cooperative work placement as part of the program. And the program usually takes place in the first semester of a grade 12 year. It is a very selective program with only about 15 spots per year. Unfortunately, the ACE program is not running this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but we do definitely anticipate it to return for the the following year. So If your child is interested in the ACE program, James Cardinal McGuigan is definitely the school to pick. We are the only school in all of the TCDSB to offer this program.
Yes, absolutely. Our affiliation with York is very, very strong. We're also affiliated with York and Seneca with the STEAM program as well. They come and do workshops with our students and teach them how to work with the Arduino kit and how to code as well. So we have a very strong partnership with our neighbors, York University.
They grant the Hondrick and the Chancellor Awards, which are two of the substantial scholarships to York University.
Right.
I think one is $32,000 and the other one is $20,000, as well as other scholarships that are granted to our graduating students who are planning on attending York University.
We gave out a lot of bursaries and scholarships on a yearly basis. I think one year there was one first place and then two second place Hondrick winners. So there's a $32,000 scholarship and then two $28,000 scholarships. So it's something that happens every single year. We have very successful applicants at our school with respect to scholarships at York U. The student success rate after graduation, very, very high. We have students coming back all the time and giving back. In fact, right now, I have a student teacher who is a former McGuigan student. I've had 4 student teachers that are former McGuigan students personally here at this school. They love to teach, and it's because they really experience high school. Their experiences are really positive. So a lot of them end up choosing teaching as a career, as well as significant other. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the questions at the same time. I'm trying to address who to direct them to. If any of you want to pipe in and answer any of these questions, please feel free to do so. All our uniform items can be purchased at McCarthy. Yes, uniforms. Okay, just looking through this list here. Could you provide the link to grade 9 registration? Sure, we will. Ms. Cimini, if you can do that, that would be fantastic.
There's a question earlier about student government. Can I answer that one?
Oh, please. I was gonna.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Ms. Rico Ladari. I'm a leadership teacher, a co-op teacher here at McGuigan, and I'm actually one of the staff moderators for our student council. And so, yes, we do have a student government with representation in all grades. So obviously our president, vice president, treasurers, grad reps, grade 9, 10, 11 representatives as well. And they're responsible for organizing special events throughout the school year. They are given leadership training in September to help them assume the role of student government, and they're also responsible for supervising and running the JCM Instagram page. So I can put that down in the chat as well. It's the JCM Wolfpack. You can follow them on the Instagram page. They do a really good job of informing the students of special events. They usually are also responsible for announcements and things to that effect. We have the elections every year in late May, early June. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we weren't able to honor this year's election process. And so this year, the Student Council is being run sort of indirectly by our leadership students, which are doing a great job right now. They're reaching out to the elementary schools in our community and working with them to and presenting information about coming to JCM. So your son or daughter may have our students in their class in the next few days, going over a lot of the same details that you are learning about this evening here in our Zoom chat. And they go through in more detail actually, and with more interaction as well with your son or daughter. So hopefully they'll have their questions answered. So I hope that answers your question about JCM student government. The best way to see what they've done is to follow them at the JCM Wolfpack on Instagram. and you'll see sort of what's been going on. They were amazing and so important during the COVID pandemic, helping the students with mental health, posting videos throughout the process, reaching out to the students. We also, I forgot to mention, through our leadership program, have a mentorship program that we offer as well, where our grade 11 students work with our incoming grade 9 students to mentor them as a big brother or big sister, helping them with their online learning, specifically during this COVID period, but throughout the school year with academics and just social emotional well-being and transitioning into high school and making new friends and joining teams and things like that. So thank you for listening.
Okay, so I'm going to end this with a couple videos that you could watch. I'm going to show them to you. These are videos that were produced by our STEAM teacher and tech teacher, Mr. Sumaria. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen. Give me 1 second here. I think what really makes JCM a very unique and special place is that it's a very caring community, and it's like an extended family.
Picking a high school is a very important decision, and rest assured, if you come to JCM, you will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you that we're able to meet your interests, and I can guarantee you that the teachers and the staff would get you to the point where you're at your very best socially and academically.
We're truly proud of what we do. We have a very dynamic team in our department who makes learning come alive every single day for our students.
And the sense of community and the bonds that we form in this building is what truly makes JCM special.
Here in JCM, it feels like home because we treat each other as family, we love each other, and help each other achieve our goals.
James Cardinal McGuigan over the last couple of years has become one of the most high-tech high schools in the city of Toronto. Our STEAM program, which was launched 4 years ago, now works with institutions like Seneca College, York University, and industry like Google.
And it's unique, and we are at JCM the pioneers of this program. All the other schools are following in our footsteps.
The one thing I love about JCM, doesn't matter what skill level you're at, there's a course for you.
There is so much more to JCM, and there's no doubt in my mind that JCM is the best school for your son or daughter.
If you're thinking about choosing a high school, choose us, James Cardinal McGuigan, the 21st century high school. We want you here at James Cardinal McGuigan.
For the next 4 years, you're going to be here. So take care of it and understand you are a huge part of it. And moving forward, please understand that there is an opportunity for you to continue to impact and leave imprints on the lives of those that continue to walk in and out of this building.
When you lift me up, I know that I'll never fall. I can speak to you by saying nothing at all. Every single time I find it harder to breathe, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me every day.
What makes us very, very special as well is that we are a community of people that have heart, people that are real, and people that are genuine.
'Cause I need you here with me every day.
you're coming inside a community that really, really cares and is really giving. We care about each other and we take care of each other.
Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me every day. You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep, 'cause I need you here with me.
So thank you very much for everything that you're bringing to our school, and we're excited for the time that you're going to be here.
We hope that you choose JCM so that you can see just how many wonderful people live here, and we hope that you call this place home just like we do.
'Cause I need you here with me.